Hello everyone, welcome back. In this tutorial, I will explain you about access specifiers in Java. So why we are using access specifiers? Let me give you one example you can understand, guys. So if you take the example of IRCTC application, in IRCTC application, two different users can able to log in. One is the agent and one is the customer. And agent and customer, both of them log into the IRCTC application, and the customer can able to book 6 tickets at a time, but agent is having permissions to book 20 tickets at a time. Both are valid users, but why they are having the different set of permissions? These set of permissions we are managing with the help of access specifiers in Java. So why we are using access specifiers? We are using access specifiers to provide the access permissions for variables, methods, constructors, blocks, etc. So why we are using access specifiers? To provide the access permissions for variables, methods, constructors, blocks, etc. in Java programming. There are four different types of access specifiers available here. So first one is the public. Second one is the protected, and the third one is the private, and last one is the default. Default means not default. So there is no access specifier. If you are not giving any access specifier, that becomes the default. That's what some people are saying, that there are three access specifiers, but four are available in Java. One is the public, protected, private, and default. Let me give you the complete clear picture about these four access specifiers. See, I just created one class called access specifiers in my, and in this class, I'm going to create I'm going to declare four different types of variables. These four variables are either static or non-static, because I'm going to declare inside the class. So as we discussed in the last video, so static and non-static variables, both we are declaring inside the class. So you can declare either static or non-static. See, I'm just keeping it as a variables. Four variables I'm going to declare. First variable is static int a equals to 30. Static int a equals to 30. Next one, static int b equals to 40. So if you remove the static keyword, it becomes the non-static variable. So static, non-static, we need not to discuss here. We need to focus only on the access specifiers. Next one, see, static int c equals to 50. C equals to 50, and last one is the static int d equals to 60. Four variables I declared here, and these four variables, first variable, I'm adding the access specifier. As we discussed, what are the four access specifiers we have? Public, protected, private, and default. So now I'm just adding the keyword public. For second variable, I'm creating protected, and for third variable, I'm just adding private, and last one, I'm not adding any access specifier, so that becomes the default. Understand? Four variables I declared in one class. In these four variables, first variable I make it as a public, second one protected, third one is the private, and last one is the default. So as we discussed in the last sessions, okay, how to access these four variables? I just create the main method. We are in the same class. Do you remember last video I explained you about static variables? Static variables are the variables which we are declaring inside the class, and these variables are loading while class is loading. That is the reason we can access all the static variables in the same class directly. So let me try to access these four variables in the same class. Whether we are able to access or not, we'll see. See, system. These four are static variables. I can access them. A multiplies, B multiplies, C multiplies D. Yes, successfully I'm able to access these four variables. So what is the first conclusion? The first conclusion is, if you create any variable as a public or protected or private or default, those variables we can access in the same class. Only difference is, if you create a static variables, we can access them directly. If you make them as a non-static variables, we can access them with the help of the object. Only difference, the way you are accessing is different, but you can access them if you make it as either public, protected, private, or default. But what about other class, Kishore? Same package in other class. How can we do that? See, let me create the new class here. In same package, I'm going to create the new class. What is the class I'm creating? I'm creating the class name as access specifiers. Access specifiers 1. Access specifiers 1 main method. So these four variables are what? These four variables are static variables. So static variables we can access into different class with the help of the class name. So let me try system.out.println. Let me try to access those four variables. How to access them? Those four variables we access in the same class successfully. But what about in different class? Simple. In different class we can access them with the help of the class name. See A, B, D. One variable gone. Which one? C variable gone. So what is the second conclusion? Private access. C means what? It's a private. Private access specifier allows variables and methods and constructors to access only within the same class. You can't access this private into other class. Understand? So see access specifiers dot A multiplies D multiplies access specifiers dot D. C variable gone. To create any variable as a public, protected, private, default, we can access them in the same class. And a private access specifier allows you to access only within the same class. In other classes, you can't access the for your better understanding. See, this is the access specifier. Public, protected, private, default. If you see this table, you can get a clear picture. See, public, same class, yes. And protected, yes. Private, yes. Default also, yes. In the different class in same package, second row, if you see public, yes, we can access. Protected also, yes. Private, no. But default also is the yes. Understand everyone? So two different places, same class and different class we discussed. Now coming to the next one, different package. How to access these variables into different package. New package here. I already created one package. In that package, I'm going to create new class here. The class name I'm giving it as a access specifiers 2 main method. Now let me show you how to access these three variables, because one variable already eliminated. What is that? Private you can access only within the same class. So rest of the three, what are they? Public, protected, default. So how can we access into the different package? So how can we access them? Since those are all static variables, we can access them with the help of the class name. So how to access them? Access specifiers. When you import this class, automatically import statement will generate. That we discussed in the variables video. I explained you why import statement is coming. Import statements are generating only when you are importing one class from one package to another package. Now I imported one class from Qshore to Qshore 1 package. That's what we got the import statement. Now see dot A. So default and protected also gone. Final conclusion is what? Private access specifier allows variables and methods to access only within the same class. Protected and default, we can access them only within the same package. Public access specifier allows variables and methods to access anywhere. Let me go to the table. If you see different package, see public, yes. Protected, no. Protected, no. Private also no. Next one, default also no. But there is a one condition. You sure, like I have a question here. Protected and default both look same. Protected and default both looks same. But what exactly the difference between the protected and default? Protected and default, as we discussed earlier, we can access only within the same package. But based on one condition, protected can also used into the accessed into the different package as well. As I explained you earlier, protected and default we can access only within the same package, right guys? But protected and based on one condition, we can also access the protected variables into different packages possible with the help of the inheritance. I don't want to explain you what is inheritance now. That's what I'm just explaining you this concept as exceptional. So in inheritance video, I'll explain you clearly what is inheritance, what is the extends keyword and all. Just for your understanding now about the default and protected, I'm just explaining you how to use that inheritance here. See how to use the inheritance here. Let me create one new class. What is the class name I'm creating? Now we are in the which package? We are in the com.qshore1, but specifiers is in which package? com.qshore. As per my explanation, you can't access protected into different package. But here, see, public class access one extends access specifiers. Access specifiers. By extending the behavior of the access specifiers class into the access one in a different package, we can also access, we can also, or directly we can use, what is it? Public method one. I just created one method. Inside the method, I would like to access what you can access access one A and B. What is the AB? What is the AB, guys? A is the public. Yes, by default you can access. But B, protected also you can able to access here. As per my explanation, public you can access in other packages. Protected you can't access into other packages. But on one condition, by using inheritance concept, by extending this class into another class in a different package, we can access protected also into the because protected and default looks same, but on one condition, protected we can use it in the different package also by using the extending keyword. By extending the behavior of one class to another class in a different package, we can access the protected. Let me show you this example here. Table in a third row subclass through inheritance in different package. Public, yes, we can access. Okay, protected also we can access. Without using inheritance in other package, protected we cannot access, default we cannot access. But with the inheritance concept in other package also we can access this protected, but private and default is not possible to access at any cost into the different packages. This is about the different access specifiers available in Java and how to use them according to your requirement. That's all. Thank you very much.